What's up, motherfucker?
Hello there.
Oh, there you go. Some Obi-Wan.
Hello.
I don't know that one.
I don't know. I just made it up.
I think
Okay.
that's just,
Really
an
bad
accent.
British accent.
Yeah.
Huh. What are we
well-
talking about?
Well, this is Pick It and Flick It podcast.
That's a start.
Yeah.
Do we have names?
Nah.
Okay.
I'm Natasha.
Hey, I'm Vaux.
I'm Luke.
There's our names.
There they go.
You happy?
Today we watched my first request, besides obviously the Halloween extravaganza.
Yeah, outside of the realm of the
Which
Halloween world.
this movie could be our first of the Christmas extravaganza.
Sure.
Oh, no. We're not doing that, are
No,
we?
God,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
I don't got another one in
Yeah,
me
I
this
can't
year.
do it. I can't
No.
do it. It's too much.
We might do Die Hard, though, just because.
We could do Home Alone or
Sure.
Elf. I've never seen Home Alone or Christmas Story, so.
Well, then there you go.
Okay.
This is still, to this day, one of my all-time favorite movies. So I'm very glad that we watched it. And this was Vox's first time watching it.
Yeah, you really popped my Mean Girls cherry.
Ah.
Yeah. There you go. Which is
It-
kind of a,
It
I mean.
buttered your muffin.
Yeah, there we go. I was saying
Yeah.
there's got to be a reference that I'm missing
There
somewhere,
you go.
right?
Yep. Which is a film I've also seen a number of times, and is, like I was mentioning before we started, a movie that I feel like has very much elevated itself past like the very low bar that this type of movie usually churns out, and it's got a lot going for it in terms of acting and comedy and just all that good stuff.
I feel like it really holds up. I don't know. Maybe that's just me because I was a teenage girl at one point.
It didn't feel dated.
No, but you knew that it was. You knew
Some
that
of
it was
the
an early.
off-color moments,
There's
but
a few. It didn't
Yeah.
age. It didn't age well, but it didn't feel dated.
right.
There were some, yeah, but in the like clothing and stuff, you could tell it was early 2000s
Yeah,
for
now
sure.
now mind
and the
you,
makeup.
I'm not gonna be the one to bitch about the not aging well portions because I laugh at the R word. And I laugh at some of the racial discrepancies because I think that's funny.
I feel like that
You know?
the movie was meant to do that though.
Yeah, absolutely.
To point out because there's so many cliques in high school
Mm-hmm.
and everything, so it's just like, well, these people hang out with these people, and as much as we like to say like diversity and whatever, that's how it was.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
now
yeah.
everything's more diverse and people are more accepting, I guess.
But is it though? Because
But it's
I
still
remember-
clicky.
Yeah.
It might be diverse as far as races go, but it's very clicky.
the type of
Yeah.
person you
Yeah.
are is very like the band kids are with the band kids.
Oh, yeah.
The burnouts are with
well,
the
you would know the
burnouts.
most. You've most recently been out of high school, where Tasha and I, it's been a little while.
Yeah, 5 minutes ago I graduated, and and yeah, it's there's it did not feel like, oh, this is how 2000s kids acted.
What group did you hang out with? That's what I want to know.
My own group, just me and my friends. Who?
But where did your friend, like, how did you become a niche with them?
Oh,
you know?
from like fucking childhood, like first grade. Like
Okay,
all
so
my
just, like,
friends from
buddies that you've
from
had.
way back.
So you weren't really like, you didn't grow.
Yeah,
join.
we were
film.
like we weren't popular, but we weren't like nobodies. We were in that like sweet spot, I
Okay.
guess.
Sure.
That's where I'd put myself.
You know what I call those? Because that's kind of where I was at.
Mhm.
The underdog.
Yeah.
Because you're
Maybe
not.
that's why I like Rocky so much.
Yeah, because you're not unpopular, but you're not like the coolest dude. You're not getting invited to the big parties, but you're being recognized for things that are happening.
Yeah.
I wasn't. What's Aaron Sanders?
Aaron Samuels.
Yeah. Aaron Samuels.
In high school, I was dating a football player.
Ooh.
So I sat at the lunch table with the football players and hung out with them until we broke up, and then I don't even.
You had to eat in the bathroom.
No. I sat with people in like my photography class or something, and like people that I played tennis with, and then I stopped being in school. I was in school for like 2 hours a day, and then I'd be off and I'd go to cosmetology school. So I just hung out with cos girls. But whenever I talk to people, they're like, "You were popular in high school." I'm like, I don't think I was at all.
Well, it's just the perception.
But
That's all
I think
popularity
when I think
is
about
a
popular
perception.
people, I don't. It's a completely different group that I didn't even associate with.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm interested, if you had to explain this movie to someone, like myself, who's never seen it before, and convince myself to watch this movie, how would you give it a rundown? Because I don't think it's really necessary to kind of chug through as we do in the other movies
I think it is.
that are a little bit more serious. But if you want to chug through scene by scene like we do, you totally can.
I mean, we don't. If you don't want to, we don't have to.
Oh, I don't think I have enough to keep.
Because I feel like that'll be a really short episode if I'm just like, well, this is how it is.
Well, no, not necessarily. We could definitely talk about a lot of things that are happening here, but I don't have enough. Being it is my first time watching this to like continue to chug. So you would have to lead this if we went scene by scene, and I would definitely fill in on that.
Okay.
If you're comfortable with leading it, let's go. I know you love this movie.
Well, then here we go.
So
all right, let's
go.
do it.
Okay, go.
So Luke actually pointed this out in the beginning. She just moves from Africa.
For no reason. It's never established or mentioned like why. It's just because.
And they don't even.
And that's Katie with a C and a D.
C-A-D-Y.
In a Y.
And they don't. They have completely American accents. The only time they stutter on words is when it's like you're grounded. Is that the word? And it's like, really? And there's so much. They're so Americanized, and it doesn't seem like they came from a different country.
Yeah,
So
no accent.
It doesn't
nothing
seem like they were. She was born there. Was she born there?
Is it
She
ever
said
mentioned?
she lived in
She said for the past 10 years I lived in Africa.
But even
and
then,
she's 16, so she must have went there. She was born in America, and they went there when she was 6 years old. This is just stuff I've picked up on. And she said that she lost her mom lost her job and or pension with some kind of organization that was supporting her in Africa, so they had to move back to the United States.
yeah.
So, but it's real
I
fast.
think about people that I know that have moved, that were like grew up in a country and then they move here.
Yeah.
And they have an American accent, but there's some things that they say that are a little bit like you can hear it in their voice that they have an accent. I don't know. But
so,
it just.
anyways, they came home from Africa, and she's going to school.
Yeah.
In good old
That's all I know.
suburbia.
That's all I know.
Illinois, it looks like. That's what I got from the Mathletes competition.
Oh, okay.
She tries to find a seat in class, and she runs into the teacher, Tina Fey.
Oh, Tina
Who
Fey, yeah.
is one of, if not the biggest reason for why Mean Girls works over most, I guess you could say, girly type movies. I don't know if there's a better word to. It is a coming of age movie, but you know.
Well, you did tell me that in the beginning, like Tina Fey is going to help this movie chug along.
Yeah, she was a writer as well as an actor.
Yeah, along with another actress that we will see shortly. But I don't personally like Tina Fey. However, I totally respected the fact that you said that to me, so I kind of leaned on that, and you were fucking right.
I think she's a very funny and talented person. I think she was great on SNL. She's been great in good stuff.
Yes.
Across the board, and I think this might be her. I don't know how much more involved she is with her other like acting roles, but this is definitely what I remember her from most.
I know she did Baby Mama. I'm pretty sure she helped direct that, and Sisters.
Is that with Anna Faris?
Anna Faris is Baby. No,
Sisters. Right?
Sisters is with Amy Poehler. They're both with Amy Poehler, I believe.
Oh.
I don't
Sisters
know. I might be thinking of a different
Yeah.
movie.
Didn't she do who did Dead to Me?
Christina Applegate.
Oh, it was Applegate. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that was Amy Poehler in Baby Mama. For some reason, I thought that was Anna Faris. I don't know. Maybe I'm
They're obviously friends.
fucking crazy. I don't know.
But it was having like Janice Ian and Damien. I feel like there were people like that in high school that could tell you were uncomfortable and made you feel comfortable, made you laugh, made sure that you
loved both of those
weren't
guys.
sitting behind the guy that was farting.
Right.
You know?
Right. Because like I said, there was always that one that would always smell.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that wasn't you, dear
who,
listener.
Who is this Lizzie Kaplan?
From Now You See Me Too.
And okay, so she's in that, but I don't know if she's apparently in The Disaster Artist, Cloverfield, Extinction. I've seen Extinction and I don't recognize her. I've seen Cloverfield and I don't recognize her.
But you pointed out that she kind of looked like a Beetlejuice era Winona Ryder.
Yeah, she kind of has that young, at least in this movie. Not necessarily. I'm looking at a screenshot of her right now. Not necessarily.
She kind
now,
of reminds
but,
me of Sarah Silverman too.
Yeah, but not in a good way.
Yeah.
At least she reminds me in a good way of Winona Ryder.
She
I'm
looks
okay about
better in other movies and like naturally.
Well,
I
I think
feel
they-
like
I
they
think-
did the point
yeah.
to make her look dirty and grungy.
She looked
and
crazy. She looked
Yeah.
methed out in this
Yeah.
movie.
I'll be honest with you, though. Those are the kind of people that I would like ally myself with, if you will. Though, you know, they're kind of like sitting in the back, do pay attention,
But they
care
just
a
goof
little
on
bit, but
everybody.
they're just kind of like,
Yeah.
fuck the man, you know, and that's kind of where my attitude went. So I appreciate
They would
both
have
of their
been a
characters
cast member
really well.
in Return of the Living Dead, part of
For
the
sure.
punk rock
For
group.
sure. Yeah.
Put them right in there.
Absolutely.
With Suicide and Trash and Spider,
Yes.
all those classic characters.
Jesus.
We're going to do that one soon.
We'll do
'Cause
that.
I'm reviewing that soon.
Okay.
It's coming up.
Yeah, we can watch that.
Well,
YouTube.com/
so I think this
Confused
is
reviews.
Bam.
I got you.
Thanks.
I think this is the next scene, but they take her to the back building, right?
Oh,
is
yeah,
that
yeah.
the next one? Or
Yeah,
am I
Pretty
behind
much,
the, behind
yeah.
the school, yeah.
Because she keeps
Yeah.
asking where class is.
And that's where you meet the plastics.
Oh, the plastics.
Which are not Barbie dolls animated small soldier style, which I just thought of that at this moment, and now I want to see that movie.
I would say
They're actually
we need to do
Bratz
that.
dolls.
Yeah.
We need to. Oh, yeah, because didn't you put in
I
your-
did when I for my Mean Girls notes. I wrote it with a Z
There you go.
for Bratz.
Notes with the
If
Z.
you remember that reference.
We can totally do small soldiers though.
Yeah.
I need to grab that on Blu-ray. I need that movie.
If you
on
haven't
collection.
seen Small Soldiers, everyone should.
Oh my god. I do. We went over this as we started being introduced to the plastics. Which one do you guys think is the hottest?
You know what is funny is I would have said Rachel McAdams because I love Rachel McAdams.
Yeah.
I think she's great.
Yeah.
If anyone hasn't seen Southpaw with her and Jake Gyllenhaal in it,
That's the boxing movie, right?
fucking phenomenal movie.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think you might have turned me. You might have convinced me.
See?
That Gretchen Wieners,
See?
Lacey Chabert.
Yes.
Hopefully I'm saying that right. She might have won me over after all.
God damn.
So I think I'm biased because I love Rachel McAdams.
Sure.
And The Notebook and About Time. She's
yeah.
in,
I like her as an actress.
She's in another movie with Channing Tatum that's really good too, and I can't remember it. But she
God.
is in a lot of movies that I love. Oh, Time Traveler's Wife.
Yep.
And I just feel like she's always a different character, whether or not like she's someone's wife or something. But she just does a great job of playing her role and making her believe that she's a bitch or
Yeah, she's very natural.
you know, emotional or she's whatever she is, you know.
Yeah. Did you know about this connection that Lacey Chabert is actually in 1, 2, 3, at least 3, maybe more Bratz movies?
Look at that.
Did you know that?
I just saw that she was also in Not Another Teen Movie, which
Oh, yeah.
really made me
Nice.
lose a bunch. Yeah, that was a
Nice,
bad one.
nice voice crack there, homie.
That Chris Evans is in that movie.
Really?
What is it?
Not Another Teen Movie.
Oh, I love that movie.
Oh.
Okay.
I love that movie.
She's
Just-
also in Christian Mingle, the movie,
oh God.
which
What the fuck
I
is
didn't
that?
know existed.
Okay,
but
that's
now
our
I'm
next
excited.
that's the next
now
podcast.
I'm really excited.
That's the next one.
Oh yeah, Rachel McAdams is also in Game Night
Oh yeah, with Jason Bateman.
Oh no shit! Is she?
and Doctor Strange.
What?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she's his fucking girlfriend.
She's-
That proves how fucking forgettable that character was.
I love
but,
her. Well, speaking of Rachel McAdams, before I forget,
Mhm.
did you guys know that she was wearing a wig? Because
I
they
didn't
couldn't-
until you guys pointed it out, and I couldn't unsee it.
Well, yeah.
they
Once you
couldn't-
pointed it out.
So I had read about it. It was
Oh,
like
do you have fun facts?
that's the only one I have.
Give me a fun fact.
Let's hear a fun fact.
They couldn't bleach her hair. They couldn't get her hair blonde enough for the part, so they just put a wig on her
I raised an
'Cause-
eyebrow, but I don't know shit about
Well,
hair
It's
enough to know.
a bitch
Okay, well then
to bleach.
that sounds like it shouldn't
her-
be that hard. But
when
I
you're
don't know.
trying to get like they probably couldn't just get the perfect blonde. It was probably coming out like coppery or.
yeah, 'cause-
Her profile picture or just headshot
Yeah.
on Letterboxd, which by the way you can follow Luke and I on Letterboxd
confused reviews.
and Baseman Vaux.
Yeah.
And you can follow me eventually once I get my name changed.
Damn.
Yeah, exactly. Her roots are really dark.
Yeah.
Like her hair's blonde, but her roots are really
Well,
dark.
and if you see any of her like her other movies, she has like dirty blonde, dark or dark
God,
brunette
she's
hair.
in a shitload of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Wedding Crashers, Red Eye. Do you remember Red Eye?
No.
That movie was good.
That movie freaked me the
Yeah, me
fuck
too.
out. It's not scary. It's just freaky.
Can't recall it. But
Um,
to round out the last of the plastics,
Oh,
Amanda
yes.
Seyfried's in this movie also. Who
Oh, yeah.
I also
not to forget
is funny
Karen.
in Ted 2.
Oh Oh gosh.
An underrated one that I
yeah,
enjoy.
but
seen the
Mila
second
Kunis
Ted
is in the
movie.
first one. So.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, well, we're not. We can't even just take that away.
She's also been in Mamma Mia, which I saw
and
way
she's
back
in
when.
In Time with Justin Timberlake.
Oh yeah,
She has a black wig on.
fan favorite of the Picket and Flick It crew.
Yeah,
In
we
Time.
argued about that a couple of episodes ago.
Yeah, we did.
She also has a movie with Channing Tatum, Dear John.
Look at that. The Channing Tatum date movie cinematic universe continues to grow.
Yo, who does she? She's in Pan, which is a.
We got the trilogy. We got
Yikes.
Rachel McAdams, Amanda Seyfried, and Jonah Hill. All three of his
Amanda
loves.
Seyfried plays Wendy in 2015's Pan remake, which
Nobody saw.
no one saw.
Hugh Jackman was in that, wasn't he?
Was shit on.
Luke, did you ever see The Art of Racing in the Rain?
Hugh
I don't
Jackman
think it would be
was.
up your alley, but
I have
Hugh
not
Jackman
seen it.
was in that movie,
Right.
as Blackbeard. I am now nervous.
We need to
even
watch that.
consider
Oh
that.
no.
Oh God. dude.
anyway, she was in that movie with Milo Ventimiglia.
Who is
Ventimiglia's. They got a good
that's
son.
Rocky Balboa's son in Rocky Balboa.
Yeah. Okay.
He's in Gilmore Girls too.
He's in something
This
else
Is
I know
Us.
him from too.
Yeah,
but
that one thing.
that one thing.
Yeah.
But that movie it
That's
just
My
felt like
Boy
they were
with Adam
making it too
Sandler.
sad.
Oh wow, really?
Which that's if you guys don't know, is a huge guilty pleasure movie of mine. That's My Boy.
Yeah.
It's a dog shit movie, but it makes me laugh like a frightening amount. And actually, the mom, Katie's mom in this movie, is in That's My Boy.
Oh wow.
It all just comes,
Just comes
together.
Nice.
Which her dad is the janitor in Scrubs. Which
And also
you guys
the,
didn't know.
the dad in the middle. He's
Mhm.
the dad from the TV show The Middle.
So 2 different shows he's been.
I can't tell if she's pretty or not.
Who?
Amanda.
I don't know.
I can't tell.
It's up in the air.
Just saying. But Gretchen
Oh,
Wieners
jeez.
is coming out on top.
She's
But-
in a lot of Hallmark Christmas movies.
Who's that? Gretchen Wieners?
Yeah.
I know. It's disturbing.
And she's
Um,
in Family Guy.
She does a lot of voice acting.
Anyway.
Family
Yeah.
Guy.
I don't remember where we're at now.
We
We're
just
talking-
met the plastics.
Yeah. And how Karen is the only Karen that I like. See, that was the call
That was-
forward
from
joke from the last
episode.
episode.
So if you haven't listened
Bam.
to Blade, make
which
sure you go,
Blade and Mean Girls go together
Yeah,
like
so
peanut butter and
go
jelly.
back and
so,
listen to
you
Blade.
know.
please.
So she goes into the lunchroom. Oh, the first time she goes to the lunch, she eats in the bathroom because there's no one that wants to sit with
That's
her.
my favorite place to eat.
Right.
I have never once thought of eating in the
Yeah,
bathroom.
I
would rather walk outside and eat.
in a classroom, in the
Yeah. Eat in the
hallway,
Yeah.
like
Why would you go to the bathroom?
literally anywhere else.
We literally used to eat in the hallway because our cafeteria was in renovation,
And,
so
like-
not everyone fit in the lunchroom that we were using.
Oh, yeah.
So some people would have to sit on the floor in the
Did
hallways.
people ever actually be like, "No, you can't sit here"? Like, I don't recall that ever actually happening. Like to the
I would
extent
never
where
have
like
tried.
every table is like off limits.
I'll be honest with you. I think there is one time where it wasn't so much you can't sit here. It's more of a why the fuck are you sitting
Okay.
here moment.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. But
And- yeah.
for some points in this movie, they make it seem like it's like, "Oh no, I would never let you sit here."
High school's a terrible place, you know.
It is. It's the
full
worst
of bullies
place on
and
earth.
evil human beings and teachers that fuck students.
High school, being a high school student is the worst time to be a person.
Have
I
you guys
think.
ever heard? So, have you guys ever heard of like one of your teachers being involved with a student?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like every school had that scandal.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well-
it was always when I got out of high school that was like, oh, Mr. So and So, and I was like, well, holy shit.
Yeah, because it has to happen a lot more because it's become like a trope in these type of movies where
yeah.
they really do just kind of play it off
They
like
play
it's
it
no
off
big
like,
deal. They do because Tim Meadows later on in the movie is like, get away from those little girls. Like, oh man,
Get away
that's-
from the underage
Yeah.
girls, and then he
Oh,
turns
God.
around and he's like, and
he
then
runs
he leaves.
around, yeah,
you
like
know?
a
he like
fucking
runs away.
dog with his tail between
they
his
just
legs.
play it off.
It's
But
so frequent because we're watching Dawson. Well, I started watching Dawson's Creek.
oh yeah, that's
And
disturbing. as
Pacey is
fuck.
with the teacher, and she's like, "We can't do this." And then at one point, she's like, "Take everything off," and he's like, "I'm a virgin." She's like, "We can't do this anymore." And I was like, "Okay," like it was just really, it's so creepy.
It's very cringy.
It I don't know. That's a
I mean,
a social
I did
discussion
have
for
some
another time.
Teachers that if they were like, "Hey," I would have been like, "Hey," but
Natasha. You were a whore in high school, weren't you?
I was
You're
not.
a dirty skank.
I was not.
You deserve to be in that book that they write in.
The burn book.
The dirty skanky book or whatever.
No.
Yeah, everyone was just getting called a
The
slut
burn
or a
Yeah,
whore.
just a slut, a
Fuck.
fugly
Ex-
slut.
Except
or a
for
whore.
Tina Fey, who Lindsay Lohan makes up a fucking rumor that she's a drug dealer and like never once thinks like, hey, that could have serious repercussions.
Yeah, right? And the whole excuse on this book thing is like, well, we didn't think anyone would see it.
But who? Even then, who does that? Like,
I
I'm
bet
just
a
gonna-
lot of people do
I'm gonna
that.
make a book about all of these mean things about these random people that I go to school
Didn't you
with.
say there was
Made out
a
with a
Twitter
hot dog.
account for your fucking...
Yeah, well, it was based on. It was kind of based on the movie.
But
it was
still,
the
it's like that. So this
Beep
inspires,
burn book.
you know. So it was like the beep. I get you.
I'm not gonna say.
Yeah,
where
you're
I
not
went
gonna
to
say
high
we're in
school.
high school. But it's like this is
It was
again.
Springfield High.
Yeah, but
From
this
The
again
Simpsons.
to use the word trope. It's like a trope that we see in like common trends of things now. Like, oh, there's a blog or there's a Facebook group of people talking shit, and it's private, and you can only get in with an ultra code and invite. And,
Oh, have you ever seen Cyberbully? That's my favorite film of all
gosh,
time with
with Emily
Emily
Osment.
Osment. She
Did
can't
we
get
see that?
she can't get the
I
cap
think
off.
so. We might.
No,
have,
it's an ABC Family movie.
Oh.
I feel like we might have watched it though when it was on TV.
If you look up, if anyone wants a really good laugh, look up Cyberbully. I can't get the cap off. That is the best acting in any motion picture.
Wow.
It's so bad that teachers loved to show it when I was in school.
Of course.
And every time that scene came up, the class would erupt with laughter. So really getting that message across,
God.
across guys.
Well, that's the thing. Like nowadays, this would have been so different
Yeah.
if this movie were to come out now.
Which I was looking, it looks like they might be doing a reboot, but I couldn't
hope
tell if
not.
that was
No.
like.
They did a Mean Girls 2, but
Yeah, but
that
that's like Roadhouse 2 and all those other like
There's a
low budget sequels.
Mean
Yeah,
Girls
yeah.
2?
Yeah.
It's one of those ones that comes out like years later with none of the original cast and it's just got
one
the
of
same name.
Megan something from Camp Rock is in it. I don't know her
The
name.
top review by Willow Maclay on Letterboxd is a 1/2 star, and the review reads, "Jesus Christ."
Is that Mean
And
Girls
that's
2?
all you got to
Yes.
say.
Sorry.
Here's another one, 0 stars. Anyone seen my testicles anywhere?
Well, why would you even take it to the point of watching that?
Oh my
But anyway, this movie, I felt every part that I remembered because I could quote this movie like
Yeah.
quote by quote, and I didn't because it was Vox's first time watching it, and I know that would be really annoying.
And Vox's stunning reveal, we can finally talk about one of, if not my favorite characters in the movie. Amy Poehler's in this movie.
oh yeah,
Playing
man.
a extremely negligent and slutty mother character, which,
gosh.
if you're like the three of us, you know her most well known as Leslie Knope. So seeing her act like this is both hilarious and horrifying.
literally nothing like because when I look at her and I look at Leslie Knope, they are not even the same person.
Right.
Like the acting's not even the same. They don't even look the same. You wouldn't even think unless someone tells you. They're like, "Oh shit, that's Amy Poehler."
The funniest thing for me is that I like her a little bit more than Tina Fey, but not by much. And the only reason I like her is because of Leslie Knope's character. Because I knew I didn't like her watching Parks and Rec, and you had me to sit down and watch the show. And then obviously she grew on me as we went on and watched the show. So to see her in this movie, all I could just imagine is it was Leslie Knope like undercover with a bad wig on and fake boobs. That's the only thing I imagined the whole time.
Well,
Because
'cause
she's like in the background of the prom picture.
She isn't credited as being a writer, but you know Amy Poehler had a
Oh,
big
I'm
hand
sure
in
she
this.
had to.
Same
But what
with
I
Tina Fey.
just read saw was that this is actually based on a book also, as well as the screenplay by Tina Fey. It's called Queen Bees and Wannabes. I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't read it, but that's what it's credited with.
Sounds
on-
interesting.
Yeah, it sounds like a high school sort of story that I'm sure would be just a boatload of fun.
The rest of this movie.
Well,
like,
okay, so let's talk about Kevin G then.
But I'm just okay. All right.
Tell me about him.
I don't want to talk about Kevin G.
Why not?
He
The best character in the movie.
he's the worst character in this
no
movie.
way.
Yes, he is.
the funniest
No.
motherfucker.
Damien is my favorite.
I like the chick that says she has a wide
A
berth.
heavy Heavy flow and a wide set vagina.
Yeah.
Which is there are so many classic, like, hilarious lines in this movie.
Can I tell you guys why I have not seen this movie?
Mm-hmm.
I'm 26 years old. Okay.
He's an old man.
I haven't seen this movie because if my buddy Tony, ever listens to this, he's going to yell at me because I use this word. I was, and still kind of am, a hipster. So the thing is, when something is positive or something is popular,
Then
or when
Vaux ain't
something
about
is
it.
trending, I want to get the fuck away from that.
Yeah, he watched Game of Thrones before anyone else watched it. So now that it's popular, he doesn't want to watch it anymore.
No.
Well, I didn't want to watch it anymore after that
I'm
last
just-
season. Hey-o, shots fired.
We haven't seen it. Shut your mouth.
You don't want to.
Anyways,
That's why we're
so
holding off.
that was the reason why I always constantly said, because Tasha has not been the first girl to try to get me to watch this movie. In fact, Luke, I don't even think you were the first guy that was like, you should watch this movie. I think there's been a lot of my buddies that said,
Mark.
like, especially Mark, they're like, you need to watch this movie. It's actually
Which
good.
it should just show, without a doubt,
Yeah.
the I don't know, universal appeal of this movie,
Sure.
because I feel like it's targeted to a certain demographic, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
but it's one of those sweet spot movies where it appeals to everybody, like the early like Pixar movies,
Yep.
shit like that,
Yep.
where it's meant for one type of person, but anyone in the family can get something out of it.
Yeah.
So a lot of the lines that we heard in here, I've heard for a long time. When did this movie come out? 2004?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've heard for 10.
Yeah, people saying
12
that's so
years.
fetch, get in, bitch, we're going shopping.
Yeah.
Like these
Even
things,
the heavy flow thing.
yeah,
or,
they've all been.
you know,
I want to live in a world with sunshine and rainbows. Like
Yeah.
these things have been just fucking memed to death, and are
the big one is, what day does he ask her what day it was?
October
October
3rd.
3rd.
Okay, relax.
God,
over
why
there.
do I know all
You
this?
Just calm down. I was asking
Jesus.
Tosh, okay?
Jesus.
I see those memes on Facebook on
Yeah.
October 3rd every year, and it was always just like, the fuck is this? You know?
Because like, if anyone hasn't seen it, that makes no
It
goddamn
doesn't.
sense.
It didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
I just saw Lindsay Lohan's actually attractive face at this period of time in her life, and he asked me.
Yeah, everyone in this movie is very good looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had something. Speaking of those fucking, like when they post on Facebook, like October 3rd,
Yeah.
it reminds me of those terrible on every Back to the Future day, up until
Oh, yeah.
2015, like 2012, they'd always get it wrong. They'd be like, "Well, this is the day Marty McFly went back to the future,"
Oh,
and it'd be like
yeah.
2012, and you'd be like, "Wait a minute, that's not even in the movie, you fucking idiots!"
Right.
Because they like photoshopped it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Those are also my favorites. I
yeah,
love
that's
that.
what it reminded me of. Was that garbage?
The other thing that I really enjoyed, because I had seen this, I hate to break it to you guys, but I used to be a very big Tumblr guy, and I was on Tumblr for a while.
Oof.
And
Total hipster.
Yeah.
and I really like the scene where they're at the assembly, and she kind of like turns around and waves at what's her name, goth chick Janice, and she does the.
Oh.
No, she does like the wave and then does the
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah.
fuck you with
Fuck
the arm.
you.
And I've always seen that gif in black and white, like on the thing, and it's always in slow motion,
Oh.
like just mean looking. And I'm like, what is that from? Well,
Now you
it's
know.
mean looking because it's from Mean Girls. So
Damn.
I get it. I get it.
I see what you did there.
Lackluster storyline, fantastic movie. I'll be honest.
That's a apt review. Speaking of that, we got a laugh out loud. Like I could hear it in Vox's gut. My favorite part of the movie when Regina Joyce gets fucking
Joyce?
Regina George, whatever. How do you say it?
Regina George.
Okay, I was close enough. She gets fucking murked by a bus, and Lindsay Lohan, in the most deadpan fucking delivery I've ever heard, "Eat your heart out, Bill Murray." She goes, and that was the moment Regina died. and Vox laughed so fucking hard. He laughed so hard and like loud that he missed the next line where she said, "No, I'm just kidding." And we got to talking about how it would have been funny as fuck if she did just die right there.
I honestly thought that was the end of the movie.
That would be because they do end the movie on another getting hit by a bus gag, which actually a fake out.
Which unfortunately at that point it's like, you beat a dead horse. I'm sad about it.
Well, do you remember in the beginning when Katie
she
almost gets hit?
That's why I said
Foreshadowing.
when she walked out, I was like, oh my god, she's gonna get hit by a bus, and you can always tell when an effect like that is gonna happen because it's shooting over one of the shoulders,
and you can
from
tell
behind.
you can tell the way a lot of actors deliver it too, like they're revving up towards that last. Instead of just like keeping the conversation normal, they're like, "Well, you're a piece of shit."
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that scene made this movie.
It really does.
I felt like Regina had a lot of those lines too, though, because when she was eating that Caltine bar, and he's like, "Yeah, that's what the coach gives us when we want to go up a class," and she's like, "That mother."
Yeah.
And she like spits it on the ground.
Oh yeah.
And you pointed out that it was a great detail that she's just got it like gunked in her teeth and is just
that was great.
They gave her
supposed to be hot.
They gave her a little fupa as she starts to fucking gain weight.
I loved. Honestly, I will say the worst scene in this movie is the last 10 seconds with the other fake out of the bus.
Okay.
I'll say that was the end because, like I said, it's a dead horse, and I didn't need to see it.
Yeah.
It just was.
Comedy comes in threes.
Yeah,
so.
but it was just a pointless throw-in, and I was like, I'm glad that was at the end of the movie because if we saw that again and there was still like 20 minutes left, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
Because it would, stop being repetitive. But,
I don't know.
I'm happy I watched it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not mad about it.
It's not like a great. It's not a great movie. I know it's one of Tasha's favorites, but it's not. It's pretty generic in terms of plot. It's really elevated by great comedic performances across the board, which we didn't even mention. The guy who plays what's the main guy's name again? I've already
Aaron
forgot.
Samuels.
Yeah, okay. That guy. He hosts Cake Wars or whatever the fuck that show is called.
Something.
Not Cake Boss, but
the off-brand cake shows.
Mean Cakes.
What was his name?
Yeah, it's literally called Cake Wars. He's the main host of one of those terrible reality,
And he did not age well.
He had very large eyebrows, and I made the connection that he looked like the brother from Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Devin something.
Who's the gay guy?
Damien?
Was that his name?
Mm-hmm.
He's from War of the Worlds. Isn't he the brother in War of the Worlds?
I'm not sure.
He wasn't that young, was he?
No, I'm saying the brother of Tom Cruise. I don't know who he was.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah. I just clicked on him on accident because I was trying to figure out if Cake Boss Man was.
He aged well. He looks great.
Yeah, he looks good.
As soon as you said his name was Damien, all I could think was, "Look at me, Damien! It's all for you." From The Omen.
Oh yeah.
and then the nun jumps.
Here's the other thing that the
Blood Feast.
You're gonna punch yourself in the face. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Jonathan Bennett, who plays Fancy Pants.
Aaron Samuels.
Yeah. No, is that his name? Aaron Samuels.
Samuel Adams.
That plays.
Oh yeah, Aaron Samuels. You're right. He is in. Ready for this?
Uh-oh.
Drum roll, please. Dukes of Hazzard: The Beginning.
Oh my God! Is he Luke?
No,
oh my
Luke.
God!
No, he's not Luke. He's Bo.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I fucking reviewed that movie.
I know,
How did I not know this?
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna punch yourself
You know
in the face.
what's funny about that
So
is
go ahead,
in the
punch yourself in
review,
the face.
I have them backwards. I accidentally credit the wrong person to the wrong role of Bo and Luke. That's how bad this fucking movie is I fucked up and I said the wrong one.
Yikes, bro.
So, damn.
Yeah.
Fuck you, guy,
Yeah.
for making that piece of shit. Oh my God.
Yeah,
So
you're.
you know what's
you're really,
funny is
You just
He's
popped.
in Van Wilder too.
Oh.
all of these characters have last names, and then Damien's just Damien. Like it's Regina George, Karen Smith, Janice Ian, Gretchen Wieners, Katie Heron,
That's it.
Aaron
He's
Samuels,
just.
Shane Omen.
He
and
doesn't have
Damien.
one.
Damien. Yeah, that's what I said, man. You're gonna punch yourself in the face.
I want to punch myself in the face thinking about that movie.
That's right.
Yikes.
He's also in Christmas Made to Order, which is a
Hallmark Christmas
stereotypical Hallmark Christmas movie with a guy in a red shirt and a girl in a green shirt.
Yep.
Holding
Sounds about right.
Coco. So, anyways, Luke, give us a rundown here. Actually, you know what? Tosh, give us a rundown on how we rate movies around here.
Because I don't know.
So we rate movies based on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yes.
And then we also rate it on Pick It or Flick It.
Yes. Pick it meaning.
We want to watch it, and we recommend that you watch it.
Flick it meaning.
That you should not watch this movie and don't waste your time.
There you go. Very good. I had to make you do it since it was your pick.
You had to do it to him.
Tosh, to start out here, would you pick it or flick it?
I would definitely pick it 1,000 times over.
Luke?
Yeah, definitely.
I would agree. This is worth a watch for sure.
A unanimous pick from the crew.
Tasha, scale to 1 to 10.
10 out of 10.
Oh man.
Yeah, this movie, I first watched it when I was 9, which is crazy to me watching it now, thinking my parents let me watch this.
Oh yeah, I think we've all seen much more than we should have.
There's much more, but watching it, and I've seen it throughout the years, but watching it now, being almost 26, I feel like it's held up, and I still can laugh out loud to it, and I still am in a good mood after watching it.
Yeah, there's still I've probably seen this 4 times now, and there are still jokes where I actually get like a audible laugh out loud moment.
Yeah. And you just watched this recently.
Yeah, within probably a year, 2 years, I've seen it, and still when at the talent show when Damien gets that fucking shoe thrown at him. You can tell they didn't tell him when they were going to throw it because it's played off so well.
Oh, my God. That is the second funniest part in this whole fucking
Aside
movie.
from, this is the moment Regina died.
Yeah, that made me lose my shit. But
So, Vaux, what would you give Mean Girls?
I'm going to give this a solid 7 out of 10.
That was also what I was going to give Mean Girls.
Yeah,
I'm a solid 7.
I'm going to definitely say I do not regret not watching this movie, but I don't regret watching it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was a whatever. I'm glad I got to sit down and watch it. You've been busting my balls for 3 years to watch this fucking movie, so we finally sat down and watched it. And I've drug you through a lot of movies that I've wanted to watch, so I appreciate that. It's funny.
Yeah,
It's funny and it's flavorful, and I'm a little bit more edgy anyway. So some of the racial tendencies that happen, especially with the Asian group, that is hilarious to me, and I like that they are aware of that.
Yeah, they don't hold back.
Well, they didn't even, when they were doing the subtitles and stuff, they weren't even going to try and put it in.
Nah.
Yeah,
there
were some
language they were speaking. They just put a bunch of exclamation points and at symbols and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're just putting this in.
It was
here.
like a fucking Mad TV skit. It was great.
Yeah. So that was funny to me, and then as well, nothing crazy on the sound design, nothing crazy on the set things. It's just it's a movie that, like Tosh said, you can sit down and watch, you can laugh and feel better after watching it because it's still a good movie.
It's a feel-good romp by the end after everyone's mean to each other.
So last episode, which was Blade, was actually requested by a YouTuber who listens to us. So that's really great. So Tosh picked this one, but if you'd like to pick for us,
let us know.
Let us know in the comments.
Make it easier on us.
Yeah, we watch one movie a week usually, so we try to chug through that.
And if you made it this far, thank you.
Yeah, and we'll catch you on the next one, eh?
And remember, it's really hard to be a 10 when you're a 2.
Ooh, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
And none for Gretchen Whitmer. Wiener. Gretchen Wieners.